stuff, the various mounting options and things for collectible minifigs that they're like, you know, I get mine from laserframe.com. So when Ribba, and they're designed and whatnot precisely for the Ribba frames. So then when Ikea canned them, it was like, oh bugger, I've got a load of minifig sets to still display. So I took a punt on a couple of the Hovsta frames. I mean, they're only like £4 each or something. So I was just going to check, see if it still works, because they're 23 and they look deep enough. The only difference I can tell from the description on the site was that Ribba were black, solid white, things like that, whereas the Hovsta ones are brown, dark brown. But it's hard to see, just, you know, with the plastic on anyway, how much of a difference that makes. So let's just get this plastic off. Okay, so far so same. See what I mean about the colour? I don't know if you can tell. It looks black to me. Apparently it's dark brown. Oh well, we shall see. Is there another? No. By the way, the best thing for mounting these on walls, particularly if you rent, and this goes for any frames, are the 3M command strips. They're absolutely superb, and they hold the weight perfectly. You only need, you know, technically you only need one for this size, but I've put on two just to be on the safe side. But they're brilliant, and there's one size, there's the smaller size will handle this quite nicely without you seeing it once it's on the wall. So what we got going on here? Oh, it's just the order of events. I don't need that. I don't need the mask or mounting. We have. Now this is plastic. It was wood in the Ribba. Let's put that over here. And then we've got the perspex itself. So what am I gonna... Oh, it's gonna have to go on there. Right, okay. I think the difference is the backing. I think there was something else in Ribbas that allowed you to mount the laser frame stuff on it without it looking manky. Oh no, because the laser frame stuff comes with a background. So no, I think it's exactly the same. So far, anyway. The dimensions, the depth, I think, is going to be the key part. So let's get that plastic film off the perspex. Drop that back in there. In fact, yeah, the depth is worrying me. This bit of plastic is a fair bit, I think, going by memory, a fair bit shorter, you know, shallower maybe, than the Ribba ones, the Ribba bit of wood. But we shall find out. Now this is where a bit of Lego heresy comes into play. Yes, glue. Outrageous, isn't it? Right, that's supposed to be. Oh, that's for the Batman, I think. I ordered this set so long ago, about a month, possibly 6 weeks ago. I think I might have ordered these off Laserframe, and it's not. I mean, they take about a week anyway because they cut them to order. But the issue was the frames. Waiting for the actual Hovsta to get introduced, and then buy a couple, and then in fact Ikea took an interminable amount of time to deliver. They only arrived yesterday, and I ordered them over a month ago. In fact, so much so when the doorbell went, I was wondering what it was, because I wasn't expecting anything, and I'd basically completely forgotten about it. So let's get this again plastic off, and let me get one minifig from season 17, I believe. Yes, series 17. What we got here? Oh, it's #1, in fact. Perfect. Now, what was it? These have been retaped. Hang on, what's that? Oh yeah. This is the bag, by the way, in case you've not seen them. So the chap I bought them from, the whole set from, he opened them up. He opened them up and then checked what was in there and then taped them shut and then put a number on it. Because he probably bought a box and he's doing the entire sets. Oh, that was clever. Never mind. Oops. Actually, I didn't need this just yet. Hold that thought. I've got that the wrong way around. Well, let's get him out anyway. Which one is... what is number one? Number one is... what's that? Okay. Oh, another surfboard guy. Well, that's going to be handy because that is actually quite a... it might be an indication of how annoying or not the... oh, actually the best one for the depth here is probably going to be the corn on the cob bloke. Top right there. Oops. Or possibly Rocket Boy. Or Rocket Ship Boy down the bottom there. So that's that. This surf dude with his unfeasibly, what's it here? Stick him on. Oh, I'm going to put him on the. I'm going to put his. Actually, how's the thing? Oh, is he going to be holding that? Right. Okay. That'll do. Be okay for within the case. Now the real question is, let's hope that holds. Let's get one of the bricks out. One of the slopey slopes. And the idea here, by the way, is there still film here? No, they left that film out, I think. Basically the idea is you glue them to that. Yeah, or the whole row of the things. Which is why you actually need glue for this. As I say, heresy and all that. But what the hell? It works. Not particularly deep, I should say. It's very, very shallow. So, and I've just realised one thing. That is the wrong way around. That is the bottom. This is the top. Twit. Right, let's try it again. I wonder how many of you spotted that before I did. No, given about 3 people will watch this. Probably 3 people. This is probably the answer. Come on. God, why is that so reluctant to come out? She cried. And all that. Oh, fucking hell, that gets the eyes. Yes, I did shake well. You don't have to... cut the top, do you? No, because I've had it coming out already. God, there's so many innuendos in this. It's fantastic. Alright, come on. This is feeling a bit better. Here we go. Still not enough. There's something blocking this. Unless it's just, I've had this particular bottle been sat up there for a few months. So I don't know if there's a best before date on this stuff or what, but it's been sealed. That was a bit spoogy. Never mind. I've got some tissue. Yes, I have a roll of tissue next to my computer. Shut up. That's a little too much on that one. better. Right, let's try again. You just sit there and we wait. Or rather, I wait. You don't, because I'll be cutting this part out in the video. I'll be back in a moment. Well, instantly as far as you lot are concerned. Right, let's get back to it. Although, as I said earlier, you won't have noticed a thing. I'd have jumped straight to it. So that's now dried up enough to, hopefully, we'll find out. Let's get this boy on there. There we go. Now I'm only going to do the one for now, because this is just to check the depth of the frame for this purpose, as opposed to the rib. Yeah, see if it does the same similar job as the ribbers. So that's on that, and that's very carefully, and this is a pain when you're doing it with 16 of the buggers. Lower this in here. Let's see what happens. Doesn't look good. Shite. Hang on, let's get rid of the surfboard for a minute. Let's just put him there, because that's going to be the majority of them. So, how does that work? No, it doesn't. Shit. It looks like... hang on, let's... It looks like it's the base plate is hitting. Yeah, this is the base plate. So the Hovsta's out, unfortunately, in terms of doing in terms of doing it the same way as the base plate, as the Ribba, sorry, with the base plate. But let's see what happens if we get rid of the base plate. It's not going to look as neat, but needs must, as I said earlier, and stick our boy directly onto the wedge. Now there's going to be an issue obviously with the surfboard in this case, but I'll figure something out there. So let's see how I put him at the front of it, and that works just about. So that looks like the solution, is get rid of the base plates. As I say, with this one, this particular minifig, doink, I've got this surfboard, so I could probably, whoops, I could probably just throw it on the ground. I could maybe slide it behind him like that. Oops. And obviously that will fall out instantly, so maybe I glue it, I don't know. Plonk that there. Oh yeah, no, that surfboard isn't going to work where it is, but for now it will, for the purposes of this. Then we put in the sheet, the backing sheet, then the actual back, and fold over the picture frame clips of doom that will F you up if you're not careful. I have many scars from over the years. Not just Lego, just picture frame. God blimey, some of them can be really tough, like this one, these ones. Right, so now I just know if I turn this over, the surfboard's going to go. Yeah, there we go. But there we go. I mean, just and there goes the surfboard. I'll have to figure something out. So, yeah, it's not quite as nice without the base plate, but it's livable, especially given that the ribbers don't exist anymore. Well, there we go. That's the answer. No, the Hovsta is not the same as the Ribba. At least not. It's shallower. I wonder. I mean, there's a bit of give on the back frame here. There's a bit of wiggle room, bit of depth here. So I wonder. Yay! I'll just knock over my lights, and the lights I'm not using yet, and then blah blah blah. That was clever. Oh, and he's fallen off. He's fallen off his perch as well. Well, as I said, this is temporary. So because there's some wiggle room, I suspect, or by the looks of things, around the depth, I'm wondering if it's possible to maybe do away with that bit of plastic and use the figures themselves as the way to keep the back plate, the back piece of perspex, away from the front. Well, it wouldn't be the figures; it would be the figure base plates, basically. I don't know if there's enough room for that, enough depth, but I will certainly try it out. I'll do that tomorrow, I think. But for now, that's the. Where's the camera gone? That's right. For now, that's unfortunate. Can't use the base plate scenario. Anyway, that's the lot for now, and I'll go edit this and chuck it up in the relevant groups and stuff, and onto YouTube, and put a link in the relevant Lego groups. Ta-da!